Welcome everybody, this is David with Alpha Cave. Today we're going to talk about board games. These are board games that my wife will play. Basically, most of the time if I'm playing board games, I'm going to be playing with my wife. She enjoys certain board games. I have a bunch, but there's only some that we play. So today we're going to go over the list that she likes to play, that I like to play as well, and maybe that would help your family as well to have these kind of board games available. The first one is a game called Clover. Clover is very easy. It's a nice board game. You have a nice little board that is a clover. And basically what you do is these little cards, you're going to put them on here to match, and then you're going to write something that would describe those two words together. For instance, attraction, knife, I put magnetic. That's not the best. But maybe over here, hotel top, penthouse would be good. So you write those 4 words, you take these off, and then the other person has to match these. Of course, when you put the 4 cards that they're going to look at to see if they can match them, you add an extra card in there just to make it a little bit more confusing for them. This is a fun game. Usually we can play this with a lot more people than just me and my wife. And we usually play 3 or 4 people with this one, and it's really fun. Okay, that was number 13. Let's go to number 12. This one is a roll and write game. We've played it a few times. It's been a while since we've played it, but she does like it, and it is called Welcome to. And this game is actually a very fun game to play. It is basically just your chart that you're filling out, trying to make your best neighborhood. Lots of fun, very easy to play, and yeah, I enjoy this game pretty much. I think it's not my favorite, but definitely it's fun enough to take it out every once in a while and play it. That's number 12. Number 11 is an old game that we do play every once in a while. It's very fun as well, and it is Othello. Othello is easy to play. You have the chips. They either go on the black side or the white side, and you keep on turning them. Whoever has the most at the end wins. Very easy game to learn. It says here, a minute to learn, a lifetime to master. I agree with that. And fun game. I used to play that ever since, back since the early 2000s. Number 10 is a newer game that we have. This was given to us on Christmas. And this game is called Planted. Planted is actually a pretty fun game. You're trying to make sure that your plants grow well, basically. This game is easy to learn, and it's rather fun to play. I enjoy it. We've played it a few times when we first got it, played it a few more times after that, and definitely want to take it out again so you can play a little bit more. But lately we've been playing some other games, but this is one that's going to hit the table pretty soon, hopefully, once again. Number 9 is next. Number 9 is a really cool game that I like, and we have not played it enough, but my wife does like this, and it is called Whitehall Mystery. This game is very, very awesome. You're following Jack the Ripper around, trying to catch him in his tracks as he leaves body parts in different quadrants of the board. Hopefully you catch him before he finishes off, and if you do, you win. It's a cool game. It's intense. It could be very tricky, and you have to really think ahead about how you're going to be moving in this game. I love it, and I don't think I've had an experience with any game other than this that I was really intense, because I was trying to bluff as much as possible as I was playing as Jack the Ripper, and it was hard. It was hard to bluff, but I was able to do it, and it was fun, and I love it, and I think you'll enjoy this game. Number 8 is also an old game as well. We love this game. We play it all the time. We used to take it out all the time, actually, and because we know that if people come over, people will love this game also, and it's quick to learn, and you finish playing it and you play it again, and you play it 2 or 3 times in a row, which is awesome. And it is called Sequence. These are some of the older games that a lot of times you don't see them on the channels anymore because people don't play them anymore, or they play the newer board games. And this board game is so easy, and you play with 2 decks. You're trying to connect 5 of your chips, or depending, maybe for two sequences of 5, or 1 sequence of 5, depending how many people are playing. And it is very fun, very easy to play, and definitely you would enjoy that. Number 7 is one that I just made a video for not too long ago, and it's a very easy game to play. It is based on Mahjong, and it is called Not Your Mahjong. Very easy to play. You pick it up so fast. You make combinations of 3 cards and 1 pair. So 3 combinations of 3 cards and then 1 pair, and that's how you win on this game. You also pay, there's a little bit of tokens that you're passing back and forth as you win or you lose, and that's a very easy, fun game to play as well. Number 6 is actually a cool game, very colorful and beautiful to look at, easy to play as well, and it is called Sagada. Sagada is a very nice game. It's a dice drafting game, and they call it window crafting. As you can see in the back, basically you're forming a window with your dice there. And it is an easy game to pick up, easy to play, and very fun as well. And I think this would be something that a lot of people would play with no problems. And definitely your significant other would probably play it with you as well. It's very fun. Number 5 is going to be a game that we've played recently. I recently made a video for this game as well because it's an easy game to play and I love playing it now that I've learned how to play it a little bit better. And it's called Mandela. Mandela, beautiful game for 2 players. It's very easy to play, and it is actually just putting your cards down in the mountain or the fields. Then you get your cards, put them down here in your river. These will be the ones that score your points that are in your cup. And you have 2 mandalas in there. Basically, simple game to play. It takes a little bit to learn it the first time around. It took me till I played it 3 times before I said, oh, I get it. It's super easy. And then you will enjoy it forever. Good game. So game number 4 is actually a very cool game. Also came in for Christmas, and I really enjoy this type of game, and it's a horse racing board game. So one of the things that I like about this board game is that initially, we can see here, you put all your horses down in here in the starting gate, but you're going to scratch 4 horses before you even start. And as those are scratched, you put the first horse in the first line, second horse that gets scratched in the second line, third line, fourth line. It's played with a deck of cards. So you go through your deck of cards, you see if you have any of those numbers, and for any of those numbers, you're going to have to place some tokens in here because it is a betting game. And the first one will be 1 token, 2 tokens, 3 tokens, 4 tokens. And so some people are going to be betting more money on the race. Some people are going to be betting less. So sometimes if you bet less, maybe you'll win, and you will win a lot more money than the person that betted more money. Really fun game. You can play it 3-4 times in a row with no problems. It's a lot of fun. We've played it quite a bit lately, and we've very much enjoyed this game. A lot of fun. It's always exciting with horse racing because horses come from behind and win all the time, and you're like, wow, how did that happen? So that was number 4, and now let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is a very cool game that we played recently also. saw in one of the videos that a 2-player game could be played on a 7x7 grid instead of a 5x5 grid. You might know what I'm talking about. That is King Domino. King Domino is a very simple game where you're just drafting cards. You have your meeples, put them on your cards. You get those cards, put them onto your little kingdom that you're building. Some of these cards will have, let me show you. We'll have these, let's see, okay. Some of these cards will have little crowns. So as you put all these different types of areas together, if they're in a group, you will multiply by the amount of crowns that you have in that area, which gives you more points. We played by that 7x7 grid. I actually lost miserably to my wife by double the score. I only scored 61. She scored 120 some. And a lot of fun, even when you lose. King Domino. Next is game number 2. Number 2 is a very simple card game as well. Very popular card game as well. And you probably know what this is. Sushi Go. I don't eat sushi, but we do play this game. It's really fun. The cards are very easy to figure out your score. You're passing the cards back and forth. If you're a 2-player game, you just give 10 cards to each player. Pick one, put it down, pass it over to your opponent. They pick one, and you keep on doing that with until all your cards are gone and picked, and then you score the end of the round. Go on to your next round, play 3 rounds, score it up, and you get your winner. Sushi Go, great game. So number 1, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's very colorful. A lot of people like to play this game. Easy to learn. Sometimes it's not competitive, but as you play it more and more and more, you start getting a little bit more competitive to make sure that you can win. I can never win in this game. My wife always wins. Maybe that's why she likes it so much. It is called Azul. Azul is a fun game to play, easy to play. You're just drafting the tiles from the middle, putting them onto your board. At the end, score your points after every round, and the game ends when that board is filled. You fill one horizontal line completely across, and then you start scoring your points afterwards and see who wins. Super easy game. Love this game. I understand why she likes to play it so much, and that is Azul. And these games are fantastic to play and just pull out. Last night we pulled out Sushi Go, played a few rounds, then we pulled out King Domino, played that one, and man, they were fun. They were fun. We watched TV at the same time while we were doing that as well. So good stuff. So these are definitely the games that my wife would play for sure. And so we always tend to have these available at all times. Next, we're going to be talking about some of the party games that she loves to play as well. I'm going to put these back, come back and make another video. Guys, take care.